All right, welcome to the press conference between Drew Mensendike and Darius Lewers.
Introducing first, we have Andrew, the King Mensendike.
Time to win a chip. Here we are. Great. Glad to have you here.
And his opponent, it's Darius, the Afro Samurai Lewers.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna start off by asking, how you guys doing today?
I'm feeling pretty good today. Pretty good. You know, Sunday. Yeah, works well.
All right. So I'm gonna start with Darius here. So obviously you're a new face to sub. So I was asking if you could maybe give a little bit about yourself and just talk about yourself a little bit here, introduce yourself.
All right. As you heard in the introduction, there, my name is Darius. I've been doing martial arts for a pretty long time now. Took a break in my high school year to focus on track, and then when I had left college, I came back to Freeport and I got back into kickboxing. Had some fights here and there, and we're almost close to a semi-pro contract here. So
There you go.
hopefully we can get that.
All right, Drew. So now I'm gonna ask you. Obviously, you got the belt. How are you feeling heading into sub 5? Your fourth fight?
It's my fourth fight.
Fourth fight.
I'm having my fourth and fifth fight actually.
True. I did. Yes, you are fighting. Yeah.
And coming off that last win, I think I'm just all 100% a go on winning, and I don't think I will lose at all.
How do you feel like Darius stacks up against your previous opponents that you fought so far?
I picture him just like probably Evan, honestly, and no hate to him, but they're about the same.
So Darius, you're laughing over there.
Oh,
That's so funny.
Oh,
That's
that's funny. That's a very funny statement. No, it's that is a very funny statement. No, it's not gonna be just like that. It's gonna be a very completely different outcome.
All I'm gonna say is that Evan, he did say he owned the gym. I said I lived in the gym. They're two different things, and I'm pretty sure he's probably maybe a little better than Evan, but I still picture him as Evan.
Wow.
Yep.
Anything else to add to that before we move on, or?
No, let's just go ahead and move on. I don't got much to say. Today. I'm not much of a big talker. When it comes to press conferences.
It's all word. All right.
All word.
Leave it on the mat. All right. So Drew, what are some things that you've done to prepare yourself for this event here? Because obviously you're taking on two fighters, probably a little bit different of a camp probably. So what have you been doing to prepare for this?
A lot of training, of course, but a lot of sparring and hitting the bag.
Yep.
Making sure my endurance is there. The rounds that I've been doing longer than what they're actually going to be. Basically just endurance. That's all I have. Honestly, don't think I'm going to go the 3 rounds in each one. I think it's going to be 2 rounds in each one. So
Really?
yeah.
Bold predictions here. So Darius, what have you been doing to prepare for this fight?
I've just been doing what I have been doing. From what I have been training. I've fought people like Drew many times. I've fought many people between karate tournaments, kickboxing matches. I've fought many people, and usually when I fight, I am usually the smaller opponent in my weight class. So this isn't really nothing new to me. I'm just gonna go out there, do what I always do.
I also wanted to ask you, he said that he doesn't think it's going to get past the second round. What are your thoughts on that?
If it goes to the second round, I let it go to the second round. I'll look at the camera and say to it, if it goes to the second round, I let it go to the second round, okay?
What are your thoughts on that, Drew?
I don't think the strength is there. I don't think the shots will be there for him. But I guess he is all talk. So
how do you think
I'll
this
just
fight
walk the walk.
How do you think this fight will go from your point of view? What are you expecting to happen?
I guess I'm gonna let my opponent know that I'm gonna just see what he's like in the first, and then give him hell second, and he's he's done, just like that.
Darius, how do you see this fight going?
You know, I see it going in my favor. And like I said before, if I let it go to the second round, I let it go there. Because I've been studying that fight against Evan and Drew. You know, Drew, he he does not like to keep his hands up at all, and you know, that is a very crucial element in fighting, you know. All the little things in fighting, you know, they play a big part, especially keeping those hands up. So if he thinks it's gonna go how his fight and how the fight between him and Evan went, then it's not gonna end well for him, because he loves to keep those hands down by his waist, and that's gonna be a big problem for him.
Drew,
very big problem.
do you feel like you're maybe at a disadvantage because of all the film that's out there on you and the way you fight? I feel like do you have an idea of how Darius fights, or is it kind of?
No, I could honestly care less.
Okay.
Not being for real, like that last fight I just had against Evan, I probably went 80%. I was being nice to him. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I gotta say. There's
how-
nothing to it.
How do you visualize your success in this fight? Like, how are you gonna do it? Like, what are you aiming for here? What are some things you and your camp have been targeting fighting to this upcoming fight?
Knockout, that's it.
Knockout?
We don't train for anything else but knockout.
Knockout? What about you, Darius?
And that's how he's gonna lose, honestly. You know, if you go into a fight expecting just to get the knockout, that's a very big downfall that's gonna happen for you. If you go in just expecting a knockout, 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna happen.
Especially that 1 time out of 10. That's for
Especially
you, bud.
Especially against an opponent like me, you know. Drew, I'm just gonna go ahead, flat out say it. You're slow. You have no technique. You have no rhythm. You have nothing.
No strength, nothing. Just a piece of shit.
I will give you that. I will give you that. You do got strength, and I won't take this away from him. If I do get touched by one of those punches to the face, it will hurt. But he's got to be able to hit my face, and he might get it once or twice, but it's not going to be major.
Drew, it seems like he doesn't think you're that much of a formidable opponent. He's kind of dogging every characteristic that comes to boxing, except for strength. How does that upset you, or make you feel disrespected at all, or?
It just makes me laugh. Makes me snicker, honestly.
Yeah.
And I guess he doesn't know me at all.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people know that I'm a pretty good athlete all around, but you know, he doesn't know anything about me. That's fine. Probably best for him.
And I wanted to ask you this. So you say you did kickboxing and what else? Karate?
Yeah. So I do kickboxing with a foundation of karate. So what that means is my main art is kickboxing, but it's there's elements of karate that are into it, like the stance, strikes, movement, stuff like that. And
how much of those different fighting styles can contribute to stand-up, just fist fighting boxing? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
you can contribute a lot, because kickboxing, you know, that's boxing and karate combined. That's how you get kickboxing. That's kickboxing right there. And so if you just take away the feet, I'm cool with that. And if it was a kickboxing match, damn, that would have been tragic for Drew. Very tragic.
He beat my ass.
All right. So any final comments you guys have? Anything you want to say? Anyone you want to shout out? Anything at all that you guys want to say before we get to the face-off?
I got one question for you. What made you want to fight me?
So I was wanting to fight last year in the last year's sub, but that had gotten canceled. And I saw the video between you and Evan. And Evan, he had actually asked me to train him for that fight against you. But I was getting ready for my own camp, because I was getting ready for my kickboxing fight during that time. And then when a couple months ago, when you said in the group chat I'd be afraid to fight me, you know, that was just an offer right there, and I just accepted that offer.
So you're 100% sure you're going to beat my ass?
I'm 100% sure, but everyone has a punching chance. All fights are 50-50, I will say that. Every single fight is 50-50.
Alright, as long as there's confidence, that's all that matters.
All right. Is that all? Anything else, guys, or is that it?
Nope.
No,
All
that's
right.
good.
Let's get into this face-off then.
Going down, buddy.
All right.
All right, there we go.
You guys shake hands if you want. If not.
We'll see July 3rd.
July 3rd.